Hey, what is up guys, this is 1/9 here from 1/9 TV, and today I'm bringing you a double helping of replays in my T71 DA. Probably, to be honest, my favorite tier 7 tank I've played so far. And I've played, let's see, I've got the T29, the T20, this tank, the P43 Terran, there's one or two on the IS. This tank is just by far the most fun to play. It has a 6-shot auto with a decent reload, and it's just a very, very good tank. And yeah, as you can see, I'm trying to recruit for the clan. Yeah, that went great. So I'm on the map Siegfried Line, and I'm gonna head over towards like the A7 area, trying to light some people up because I'm trying to complete light tank mission 15. I'm not sure if the exact numbers. I believe it's 3,000. It's either 3,000 or 4,000. The 4,000 might be the for the T28 heavy tank concept, which I'm onto now after not having played the game for about 3 years. But I'm gonna head here and I'm gonna light some tanks up as quickly as possible. And there we go, my first victim, the AMX M445 tier 7 heavy tank. And I will gladly take, let's see, there's 232, 690. Gladly take that. And I got 2 spots in the SU-130 PM and a Comet. So I'm already at almost 800 average damage. Spotting damage at this point in the game, and that's pretty decent for the first minute of the game. I got a little bit more on that SU-130 PM, so I'm already at 1200, and I'm like, okay, this is a good game. I have a chance of doing this, and I'll get another female crew member. And I think after this, all I had to complete was the heavy tank missions 15, because I completed the not heavy tank, tank destroyer missions 15, because I completed the heavy tank missions and medium tank missions much earlier on. The heavy tank missions I completed about 2.5, 3 years ago. And there's a T20 camp in the back of the map. Yeah, that was really annoying to play against. Over here we have a tier 7 light tank counterpart to me, the WZ-131. That's the Chinese light tank. Those tanks are going to be on track in the next month. I believe it's the end of April into early May. That makes me really happy because I want the WZ-132. And there we go, I spot the Comet, and unfortunately this thing doesn't have the greatest accuracy when you're firing on the move. So my first shot misses, unlike the T21, which has god levels of accuracy when you fire on the move. Like, it's like you're basically stationary in some tanks, the level of accuracy that you get. And there's another 430 spotting damage into a Skoda T50. That's a tier 9 tank, as you can see, because this is a tier 9 game, obviously. So I am bottom tier in my tier 7 light tank. But this tank doesn't really care because it's a pretty good tank. It's fun. It's enjoyable to play. So it doesn't feel like it's a problem when you're not top tier. And this time I wait to aim, and there we go, there's one in, and I bounce the T20, and he's literally camping all behind their spawn. Like, seriously, that's not how you play the game. I understand he's stock because he only has the, what is it, the 76mm gun, but like, still, you shouldn't be camping. So right now this is a relatively even game. We're on the defending team, and I'm trying to help my team get rid of that SU-130 PM. I'm up to almost 2k spotting damage, which is very good for being able to complete this mission. I'm hoping somebody can take him out, and he takes out one of our players first. A very strong tank in the Rheinmetall Borsig Waffenträger. And I know if he gets taken out, I'm going to get the spotting damage for it. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like anybody can, so I try and sneak over, and nobody's taking him out, unfortunately. So I can't go over onto this WZ-131 until he's gone. So I try to keep lighting him up. And there we go. I'll take the 52 spotting damage. Because it's a dangerous tank out, so that means I can safely go up against this WZ-131. Unfortunately, I somehow don't get the spotting damage for him. Must have not been close enough to proxy spot. And I decided, okay, I think I'm going to go in. And I'm thinking, maybe this isn't the greatest idea. And I'm like, oh, there's an AMX 1390. And I'm like, ooh, I could go for that. Oh, no, the T54A1 just absolutely obliterated that Comet. So I'm like, okay, this game's getting close to being won. It's now time to go in if I want to get myself this mission done. So I try and spot, and I put one into him and actually track the guy, which is really good, because now he's stationary. So I'll get any of the assistance damage. Unfortunately, I don't think anybody's actually in a position to hit him. And the T20 is shooting me in artillery, and it's just annoying, because that T20 is still camping in the back of the map. And artillery stun is annoying, especially in light tanks. But I'm just going to do my best to try and make this game work. So the 1390's repair distracts, unfortunately, so I'm not going to get anything out of him. Unless I can sneak another shot in, but he's getting hit by the T54E1, so he gets taken out. Now I try and light up the Scorpion, and I know I can absolutely clip this guy out. So I'm still putting shots into him. I try and put some in as a pullback because that T20 is shooting me. So I'm at just under 3,000 now. I'm at about 2,600. So I need a few more shots to go in, and I'm hoping that T54E1 gets taken out or something. But it looks like he's going to get the Scorpion. So I said, okay, I need to move in at some point, and he gets another shot put into him from the artillery. And there we go, finally somebody lights up that T20, and the T54E1 gets taken out. So I start sniping this guy from long range, and I think I just broke, there we go, as you can see. I'm now over 3,000 damage. That's this mission complete. I'd already completed it once before. I was going for the with honors, so I wouldn't have to complete, I believe it was the SPG mission 15. I ended up completing 13 out of the 15 of those, but those ones with the stun and I only have a tier 5 artillery are insanely difficult. So now I see a T30, tier 9 American tank destroyer, and an IS. I decide I'm going to take out the T30 first. He'll give me more experience for damaging him because he's higher tier, and there we go, I take him out. Now I decide to reload before I go in on the IS, knowing that I can take him out if I put in all my shots. Unfortunately, I for some reason switched to heat ammo, which was a big mistake. I don't even know why I did. I think I actually tapped it by accident, didn't realize it until I was halfway through the reload and was like, oh crap. So he gets taken out and I'm like, okay. And oh boy, almost flipped my tank there, but now I'm going to rush in and go to help deal with this OHO. So I've already completed the mission, and oh my god, this T20 that's camping the base has been shooting me again. Now I'm going after this OHO, and he gets taken out, so I'm like, okay, there's 3 tanks left, 2 artillery, a T20, so I'm going to go through this gap, and I know exactly where that T20 is. I set it to reload the armor piercing instead of the heat, and then I start rushing down. I'm like, okay, there's their T20. I can easily take this guy out. And I really want to, because he's been the one who's been screwing up my games this whole time. And yeah, I'm gonna get him. Go take him out. And I'm like, okay, where are these artillery pieces? I'm guessing one's just over this little ridge here. So I reload. So figure if I have all 6 shots, I can definitely take out every single tank here. And now the only thing left is for me to win the battle, and there they both are. So I need to wait for myself to reload because I kind of reloaded at a little bit of an awkward time. I'm like, okay, that guy gets taken out. And they've both fired, so it's just a matter of hitting my shots. So I said, okay, I'm not going to be able to hit him from there, and nobody else is going to be able to hit him from the range that they're shooting at. So I'm just going to hop over the ridge and go take this guy out. And unfortunately, he gets taken out by the artillery on my team, which leaves me in a victory, which leaves the mission completed with honors. Anyways, now on to the second replay. I'm again in my T71 DA, but this time I am top tier on the highway map. It's kind of an interesting map. It's not the greatest. It's kind of questionable for light tanks because there's places where medium tanks go to fight. And again, yeah, I'm recruiting. Doesn't go well in this one either. But like all the heavy tanks go city, and like the light tanks, like this tank isn't really a good scout because it doesn't have the speed of a normal light tank. It's more of a like a gunboat type thing if it was a ship. No, like it's just basically a mobile gun platform is the best way I can describe it. Okay, so I'm gonna head over to the one spot in this map where this tank can actually be useful, and that is over on the 1-2 line. So I'm gonna head up. There's a nice building in like A1, A2 right on the border there. And you can kind of hide there from most artillery. I don't think any of the tier 5 artillery can actually hit you there because they don't have the big enough splash radius. And a lot of that artillery doesn't have a high enough firing arc, whereas some higher tier artillery can actually hit you there. So it's not always the safest place. And I'm going to head up into these bushes up here trying to get some vision across. You can already see how many of them they've spotted. Let's see, there's a Panzer III-4. I try to shoot through the bushes, and just my gun was having none of it. And there we go, I finally actually managed to kill him. I fired 5 out of my 6 shots, and I actually killed him on the 5th one, and then I start getting lit up by T71 DA. And yeah, that's one thing you don't want to get lit up by, because those things can melt you if you have less than 800 health. After taking those few shots from the T71 DA, I decide to head this way underneath the, down to the river, underneath like that ridge area. And I'm looking around and like, you can, I think, pan the front of a Sherman Jumbo with this gun, but it's not worth the shot on the move. So I decided, okay, I'm going to try and stay unspotted and then hide in those bushes there. That are to my left, if you can see, like right in the middle of the, there's the winding part of the river, one of the bends in the river. I try and sneak one into the P43, that's not going to happen. So I sneak my way into the bush and see if I can get any other shots up. I know I have a cam on it and binoculars on this tank, so it's kind of useful that if I do get into the bushes, I can set up my cam on it and binoculars. So if you saw me there before, what I was doing there is you can kind of, like, when you're not sure if you have a target on people, you can jiggle your mouse around, and if you can see it, they'll get a red highlight, and you can use that to know if you actually have a shot. If you don't ever get the red highlight at all, you know that you have absolutely no chance of being able to hit them. So while I was rambling on and on about that, I actually killed that Sherman Jumbo. Now I'm trying to reload and see if I can sneak a shot into the Stridsvagn M42, the tier 5 Swedish medium tank, one of my favorite. And yeah, he's dead. And if I hit the shots, he's dead. And there we go, finally. That's my 3rd kill of the game for only 800 damage, so I haven't done that much. I've only done about 365 spotting. And I'm like, yeah, at this point, there's nobody out here to support me. I'm gonna pull back. Because I know there's a bunch of bushes on that ridge there that I can use to, as my advantage. I can sit in there with a cam on it and get my binoculars up and start shooting at enemy tanks as they cross the field trying to get to us. You also know there's a KV2 that I can now clip out because he's on just over 840 health. So I just need to get shots into him. So I try to do that, and of course he goes unspotted right as I prepare to do so. And I don't know if he has me spotted or something, so I keep moving in between my shots. And yeah, now he's fired, and I can do whatever the hell I want. And I can just keep shooting him. Of course, I can't sit still too much because I know artillery is going to be lining me up, and there we go. I killed the KV2, and I bounce one. Well, I don't bounce it. It goes off my gun from the Comet, and there we go. There we go. Bounce that one. I will gladly take the 140 bounced damage, which is really good. Unfortunately, our team's kind of getting wrecked everywhere on the map. I'm the only one who's doing really good. I've got my 1400 damage. So we're kind of getting destroyed in the city, and we're getting destroyed over here. It's literally me, 3 artillery, and I believe a T-3045M. So I try and decide, okay, now I'm just going to spot for the arty. I'm going to set myself up in a bush, and I'm going to get my binocs and my camo net up. And right there you can see I spot the Comet, and I try and like say, like, hey, can you fire at this guy? And I say, yeah, screw it, nobody's firing at him. I might as well put as many shots into him as I can until I get spotted, because I do have 6th sense on this tank. Unfortunately, my gun depression fails me there, and he takes 1 hit from something. I believe an artillery piece, and I said, okay, I'm going to pull back and reload. He knows I'm probably in that bush there, so just in case he figures it out and tells his artillery piece and they start blind firing it, I pull back out of the bushes. And now I decide to go back into them to see if I can light them up again. Of course, I'm being very cautious this time. I'm not... Oh god, there's the T71 DA. He puts 1 into me and I bounce off of him. He puts 2 into me. I have no idea how he still managed to get shots because I couldn't get shots back at him. But that means that I am only on 230 health. So it's up to this T-3485M to be the one who is going to have to take all the shots for the artillery and our team. As you can see, I tell my team that I can no longer fight that T71 because I'm only on 230 health, so I'm a 2-shot for him. And it's going to take my entire mag to kill him. So I said, okay, I'm going to just try and fly around. I know one of the artillery took a pot shot at me. So I said, okay, I'm going to just sit over here in these bushes. I can cover the artillery from there. And our artillery is kind of getting annoyed at our T-3485M for just sitting there. Unfortunately for the enemy team, our team managed to rally in the south, and we've actually won that side. Surprisingly, it looked like we were doing pretty badly. And I told my team to focus their T-71 because he is the biggest threat. So I'm sitting in my bush, and I think I accidentally fired one round out, which is a problem. And then he doesn't get spotted, and of course the T-3485M keeps pulling back, which is not the good thing in this situation. You need to keep vision up. And I literally can't do anything to help, because I am a two-shot. It just takes one shot from each of those tanks and I'm dead. So I'm telling team, make him push out, just keep communicating. And I'm telling everybody else who's down in the south, please cap their base. Get their artillery focused on something else besides us. And of course, this T-3485, the left A is being such a jerk to the T-3485M. Just let him play. In the end, I mean, it could work out for him. We'll find out later, but I'm telling the team to cap, and there we go, and he makes a fatal mistake. He should not have stopped. He should have just gone in. He would have been able to kill the artillery, and then, yeah, I'm just able to just go to town on this Comet. And I'm like, okay, now it's time to go rush and see if I can get the artillery. Because I'm on 4 kills, so I'm hunting a top gun. I'm the only one on my team who is. And I'm rushing off to try and find him on 2.4k damage, only 650 spotting because I've basically had to carry this entire flank. Obviously, as you can tell from where our team is on the map, it's obvious that the enemy artillery are down in like anywhere from A1 to D1 or A2 to D2, they're in that area. And I'm trying to get there before everybody else because I want to see if I can get this top gun. And luckily for me, the 2 friendly tanks leave the cap, so we actually have a chance of doing so. So now I'm heading up to where I guess they're going to be. I'm going to pop over their ridge and see if they're there because, I mean, it is only 2 tier 5 artillery, and of course I do have pretty low health. And unfortunately during the game I didn't realize my gun was damaged, which would have probably actually gotten me a little bit more damage out. Now I'm trying to see if I can spot him. There we go, there's the SU-122A. So I auto aim on him, fire on the move, and he misses, so I know, okay, I'm just going to sit still. Just be as quick as possible, put the 2 shots into him, and I know I can kill the other guy with 2 shots, and yeah, he shuts me down, and he got spotted in a different position. And I was really mad, because I was like, oh, I could have gotten almost 3k damage in a top gun, but team won, so it doesn't really matter in the end, and I completed a mission for the T28 HTC. Anyways, this game was 49,000 credits earned and 2,374 not base experience, but experience earned in total. It was only a first class mastery. This game been any time but during the on-track missions, which was when I played through this tank to make it to the T69. That easily would have been an ace tanker. Got a spotter award, scout, and fire for effect for my 1,686 damage and 3,296 spotting damage. This is for the first game on Siegfried Line, by the way. As you can see by the team results, I ended up over 100 base experience clear of the next best tank, and ended up 5th on damage done, beating out most of their tier 9s, all except for the T54 Ear 1, beat the T49 and the T95 on damage. So in that game, I fired 20 shots, 14 hit, 12 pen for 1,686 damage, 464 of which was more than 300 meters. I blocked 230 with my armor, surprisingly. I spotted 7 enemy vehicles, I damaged 5, destroyed 2, and did 3,296 assistance damage with 3.77 kilometers traveled. Ended up making a profit of 20,910 credits with a lot spent on ammo because I had to fire a decent amount of premium rounds. I survived the whole battle, and I made 1,826 base experience with the premium account, which rounded up to 2,400. So on the second game that I had, that was a first class again, probably would have been ace, except it was the on-track missions. That was a fighter, fire for effect, and a high caliber for 2,821 damage, almost broke 3k. I received 47,381 credits with 2,347 base experience and 1 bond for the high caliber. If we go over to the team results, you will see that I did 1,000 more damage than anybody else in this game on either team, and ended up quite clear with 3 more kills than anybody else on 5, so close to that top gun, which I was really mad I didn't get, and 400 plus more base experience than anybody else did in this game. As you can see from this detailed report screen, I fired 32 shots, 24 of which hit, and 21 pen for a total of 2,821 damage. 1,260 of that was from more than 300 meters. I was blocked 140 by armor, spotted 3 enemy vehicles, damaged 7, destroyed 5, and did 725 assistance damage, traveled 3.25 kilometers, died right before the end of the game. Didn't have to fire any premium, so I made 30,000 plus credits in profit, and I made 1,805 base experience with a premium account with action/personal missions payout, bringing it up to 2,347. Anyways, thank you all for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this replay. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will catch you guys on Thursday.